Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Chief Science Officers Zoom In on Science calls, where we learn about STEM professionals and their careers to understand the impact of their job in modern life. My name is Olivia. I am personally excited to host today's call. So, for all of us to enjoy this experience, please mute your microphone and post your questions during the presentation in the chat box.
Hello, everybody. My name is Olivia, and I work as the conservation educator for the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary. So we're going to zoom in on science with me, Olivia. Perfect. Thank you so much, Kelly, for getting that set up. So getting started, I just kind of wanted to go over with you guys my little career path and how I became a conservation educator. It definitely was not my plan and goal. I didn't even know that this was a career opportunity for me. I'm gonna get a little closer to my phone just to make sure I can, let's see. Okay, yeah, so I started where I was born. So I am in Arizona right now, but I was born in Connecticut in the United States. And I moved around a lot to different states just with my family. They wanted to move somewhere new. And I was always a fanatic about nature and wildlife. So I always wanted to get involved with different local groups in each state that I lived. So it went from Connecticut to North Carolina to Florida, and then now I'm in Arizona. So I would always, again, like I said, hang out with more of the, there we go, animal sanctuaries, and I was focusing more on dogs and cats, even pigs and rabbits. But then when I came out to Arizona, I got my bachelor's in biological sciences at ASU. So that's my graduation photo right there. I'm very proud. And in that time when I was at college, I actually took a herpetology class. It was with reptiles and amphibians, and I was never really exposed to them. So I took the class as kind of just a fun thing, wanting to get to learn more information. And my professor knew the bosses of the organization I work for now. So that is where I kind of got started. They started by taking our class to the sanctuary for a field trip. So that was really fun and exciting, getting to see how they took care of those animals. And after that, I really wanted to get involved, and I was a volunteer for about a year with them. And they hired me as an employee 3 years ago. So I've been with them for about 4 years now, just to make sure. So I know I'm going to get close to the thing. Oh, yes, perfect. That was everything. So as a conservation educator, my career is very unique and different. Oh, yep, perfect. So I'm always, my job is to go to all the different schools, and we've even done community centers and other living facilities, senior assisted living facilities, to show people these reptiles and to help minimize their fear about them and to get them a little bit more compassion about these animals. So these are just some of the cool things. I have lots of pictures to show you guys. The very first picture, again, is our logo. So the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary. We are the largest reptile sanctuary in America, helping people's pet reptiles find new homes, or when people have illegal animals as pets. Black mambas are a very big part of illegal black market trade in America. So we have quite a few that people have had in Arizona as pets. I'm very curious to see if you guys have ever, seen any of those more dangerous wildlife out there where you guys are. So we have a lot of them here, and I'm going to actually get to show you our Nile crocodiles. And we'll walk around and see some more animals. The next picture is my favorite iguana. He's a Honduran black-chested iguana. So I was giving him a little kiss there. And when I first started, I was the most nervous about snakes. So my mentor told me I could not have this job if I did not hold our biggest anaconda all by myself. And again, he reassured me she was a sweetheart. So that's Green Beans in the picture. She was a 13-foot anaconda that helped me get started with the snakes. Again, sorry, my font's a little small there. So yes, we want to make sure people aren't bringing too many animals out of the wild, and keeping those wild populations protected, and making sure we can do conservation efforts for them. Yes, and so too many people purchase a reptile and just think, oh, I'll get rid of it when it's bigger. Those green anacondas can be pet snakes in America, but they get very large. They can be 25 feet long and weigh 400 pounds. So most people don't know how to take care of a snake that big. And that's why, again, they need a home because they've been in captivity for so long. They can't be anywhere else. I am outside. It's super windy. I'm sorry if that ruins anything for you guys. Let me go back. Our mission statement is to promote conservation and preservation of native and non-native reptile species through education, which is my forte, rehabilitation, rescue, and relocation. So a big thing is with rattlesnakes, a lot of people are more nervous around those animals out here, and they want to hurt them because they're in fear of them. So that's why we want to make sure that people are realizing they're important for the environment and can keep a safe distance to make sure they're safe at the same time. And I also just wanted to mention that I've partnered with the CSOs for a while now, going to different booth events and getting everyone excited with STEAM and having some animal science displays. And I was a mentor for Montessori school in Arizona out here. Yes, at the SciTech Festival. Hi, Lisa. Do I have any questions so far? Should I be checking the chat, or would you guys let me know if I have certain questions?
Yeah. Thank you very much for telling us about your work.
Hang on, Priyanshi. Wait. She's not done. She just wanted to check. So you keep going, Olivia. You have your highlight slides, and then take us on a tour, yes. And then we'll monitor this. We'll monitor the chat.
Okay, sorry. Perfect. Thanks. I was about to say, yeah, I had my pictures of me just doing really fun things with animals and different people, getting them really excited. I even put one of the SciTech festivals in there, one of the booths that we did. But my highlights, so my favorite food are cookies, chocolate chip to be exact, and mint chocolate chip ice cream is my favorite. So I'm a sucker for chocolate. My favorite hobby is going on a hike. My cat loves to walk around on the leash, so he loves to be outside with me. Or we'll do yoga. It's a really nice way to kind of meditate and release some stress. I can feel that a lot sometimes with very long days at work, but I absolutely love it, and I'm very appreciative of my job. My favorite color is blue. Best color ever. My nails are blue right now. I really like playing basketball and volleyball, racquetball, and badminton is my favorite. In high school, I was on my badminton team my senior year. So that was really exciting. And yes, my home is filled with 22 pets. And they all receive plenty of love and care. 9 of them are mine. I do have roommates. But so just some more fun little facts for you guys. 22, yes. And then, like I said, I want to give you guys kind of a little tour of some of the animals, and then I'll make sure I get some of your questions answered about, oh yes, oh, and then there's the slides of me going to different schools. There's Phoenix on my shoulder again. We've had rattlesnake training courses, so I'll make sure, again, we want to remove rattlesnakes safely from people's yards. We have a reticulated python chiquita in one of the hearts on the right-hand side. And on the left is a crocodile that I got to bring to a school for blind children, which was the most rewarding program ever. They absolutely loved it, and feeling the scales. They even, one of the kids drew a picture after of what they thought the crocodile would look like of just touching. And it was amazing. It looked like he took an actual picture of the crocodile. So things like that have really just been so rewarding to watch people get excited about these animals and see that you can change their life with science. It's amazing. And I think, did I have another slide on there with some pictures? Perfect, thank you. And then are you guys ready for the tour now? Oh, and then I have my SciTech, we did our CSO training at ASU, that big picture over there. I'm in my green shirt on the left. And then again, just holding iguanas, our armadillo. My personal snake at home is in the right corner. And then at the bottom is the one of the STEM booths that we did for the CSOs. So I've had so much fun just, again, getting people excited about these animals and making sure they're making sustainable decisions about receiving a pet, not just getting rid of it when it's too big, and making sure they're getting it from a sustainable source. So not anything illegal from the black market trade and things like that. Awesome. All right, we're gonna get ready to show you guys the tour. Oh, yep, and then there's my thank you slide. Mr. E is the crocodile at the top with his little pearly white teeth. I'm gonna show you him right now from a top view. So going from left to right, we have our chameleon, our Nile crocodile, a blue-tongued skink from Australia, a Herman's tortoise, our timber rattlesnake, our king cobra Elvis down at the bottom in the dark portrait, And then a Morlet's crocodile smiling on the branch in the sun right there. So again, thank you for letting me talk to you guys. I'm going to show you some of our animals and we'll make sure we get those questions. Okay, I'm going to turn this around now because it'll just be easier for me to do that. Whoop, there we go. Okay. So right now I'm actually above all of our crocodiles and gators. Here's our first ones, Charlie and Lucy. I don't know if I'm able to zoom in on here. I don't think I am. So I might even just try to get down below for you guys to try to see them. There's a couple of snakes. Let me see. Our Nile crocodiles over here. We'll show some tortoises. But do you guys see a lot of reptiles out where you are? I would assume so. Oop. So here's our enclosure for the Nile crocodiles. It does look a little pixelated on my end, so hopefully it looks pretty good for you guys. But that's Mr. E, our Nile croc. Someone had him. Oh yes, and I am above. Right now he's actually 9 feet long, and these guys can get up to 18 feet, especially in the wild where they're not limited with their food and resources. But this specific Nile crocodile was found here in Arizona in Scottsdale. Someone had him as a pet in their house with another crocodile. Very against the law and not allowed. So he was taken away and comes here. And this is a female that we received when someone had her living in an apartment. Very small area, not a lot of water, not a good place to have a crocodile as a pet. But I'm gonna go down and show you guys some more animals up close. I just wanted to do the first beginning part of the video up here. It's so peaceful. And some pretty succulents just to show you guys some of our plant wildlife. Perfect. But again, if you guys have any specific questions about reptiles, even if I don't show them on the video right now, please type in the question so I can get information over to you guys. I love answering questions.
So
Going down
if you want to go ahead and start the thank you and then ask your 2 questions while she moves from one to the next.
Animal group to the next.
Okay, thank you for joining us, Olivia. Will you please, no, wait, I'm sorry. Thank you very much for telling us about your really passionate about your animals. While we were learning about what you participants have left questions in the chat, let's start with a question. Who is your mentor?
So I don't know if you could hear her, Olivia. I know you're about to show us these incredible turtles. So after you move to your next station, I muted you again, just so you know. As you transfer to the next one, we want to know who was your mentor as a child. But I muted you, so if you're talking, you have to unmute.
Sorry, I definitely was talking. Perfect. So yes, that's an amazing question. And I had a few mentors. My top 2, especially when I was very young, was my Aunt Kelly. So my mom's sister. Everyone in our family kind of really enjoyed nature and wildlife, but my aunt loved it. And she always made a point to teach me new things when she was working in the wildlife. And she actually worked very closely with Jane Goodall, a very famous mammologist that works with chimpanzees and apes. So primologist, I think. But it was really interesting to see, again, her passion grow, and she was always involved with things and really helped open up my eyes and the compassion for the natural world. So it's definitely my aunt that helped start it. But my other mentor was actually the man I mentored under when I was just a volunteer here. His name is Aaron. And he taught me everything I know about teaching kids and programs and, you know, even patience with a lot of people that are just set on hurting these animals. But it helps a lot. So I definitely had my 2 main mentors, one when I was very young and one when I was an adult. So I think you can always find a mentor when you're looking, but it definitely helps when they have those similar interests. And one was a family member for me and one wasn't. So it's kind of fun to see where those people come up. And then these are red-eared slider turtles. They're coming closer because they think I'm gonna feed them some shrimp, but they're gonna get fed later today. These guys are actually a very big invasive species problem in our wild out here. People put their pets in the ponds or wild waterways when they don't want them anymore. And these guys are very good at handling any environment and causing invasive species by having too many babies in an area they are not supposed to be from. So we have over 300 of these guys that live here. This is just one of our small ponds. We have quite a few of them all over the sanctuary. But thank you, that was a great question.
Before you go on to the next question, so I think it's important that the CSOs know that you served as a mentor to the CSOs at the Montessori school. So being that as an adult now, what would you say, what's the most rewarding part about being a CSO mentor?
Perfect. Oh, am I muted again? Oh, no, perfect. Yeah, so there were so many things of being rewarding, of being a CSO mentor. I just really enjoyed meeting some younger individuals that shared this very big passion and, you know, drive to learn as much as they could. That was a big thing with me when I was younger. I wanted to learn as much as I could about anything. And that really helps and stands out for you to pass along your passion. So it was really awesome when I was a mentor to them because I saw a little bit of me in my CSOs. So it was amazing to watch them skyrocket with their ideas and do their community project. They set up an actual like little solar panel workshop with their community center with their class. And they had all of their kids, all the students create solar paneled go-karts, which was so amazing and so fun. And they were learning at the same time. So the most rewarding thing I think is watching them accomplish their task. And I think seeing the CSOs realize their impact that they've had on their peers and other students. Oh, absolutely. Sorry, there we go. Yes, oh yeah, sorry, I'll talk about another animal too. I know we're probably close on time. Oh, I'm gonna go inside and show you guys some of our snakes.
We are willing to watch as much as you want to, even if everybody gets off the call, I'm watching because I'm totally coming for a tour.
Yes, perfect. So I'm going to show you guys our snake drawing while I open the door. And we'll get us in here. It's so hot. Very hot day today. I'm sure you guys already know what I'm talking about. So in here we have, let's see, some Chinese water dragons. These guys are very big in the pet trade over here. They're an Asian species of lizard. Oh, we got one coming out right here. She likes to jump. There we go. But these guys live in very tall trees in China, all over Asia, and they're excellent swimmers. They'll jump in the water and actually be able to hold their breath for about 25 minutes to escape predators. These are pets you can have. So again, they were just ones that their owners couldn't keep anymore. So that's why we have them here. And I'm gonna show you guys our, oh, he's sleeping in the back over there. Let me show you, oh, our toads. They're all hanging out right there. Let me get you guys a better view. Oh, there he goes. So these guys live in our desert out here and are very good at handling the harsh, hot summers and staying under the ground until it's wet enough, or during our monsoon season when we have rain. And then we'll see these guys jumping out all over the place. Yeah, some of these guys are super chunky. And they're an insectivore, so they'll eat all of the bugs. But these guys do have poison glands on their back, so you got to make sure that dogs and other pets aren't picking these guys up and doing that and licking them, because that's where they can get poison in their mouths. Do we have another question for me, or I'll just keep going to show the animals?
Yeah, I think we have another question. And the next question is, what advice would you give your 14-year-old self?
Perfect. The advice I'd give to my 14-year-old self is definitely don't hold back. You know, try a bunch of different extracurriculars. and making sure you test out the different waters, because there could be a job or position that I spoke them. There could be a certain job or position that you might not like or enjoy, and you actually try an internship you really do enjoy, want to learn about. So my advice to a bit more, because I stayed with just a comfortable with, so that's why I think that would be a good piece of advice. Always love science too. Yeah, and this is a tortoise that someone actually just surrendered into. So again, I'm sure you guys are lucky enough to see these large scales right here on their arms to protect their faces against lions and hyenas. But again, these guys are very common in the pet trade out in America. So we have over 500 of these tortoises that live here, a lot of them. And then I also wanted to show you guys some of our anacondas. Oh, it looks like the tortoise is in there because of the, he's not in there, the shadow. And then we have our reticulated python right here. This snake is actually 18 feet long and 33 years old. They're the longest snakes in Asia, but again, very common in the pet trade over here in America. So a lot of people get scared of these guys as their pets, don't really want to handle or work with them anymore, but they're so huge, and what else can you do with them? So these guys will come and stay at our sanctuary, and we have moved a couple of the big snakes out to other zoos. But again, you got to make sure people out here, that's a big job of me with educating, is that they know what they're kind of getting into and the kinds of animals that they're adopting and taking home. Because when this snake is first born, they're the size of a ruler, 1 foot long, super tiny. Let's see, so cute. What is your scariest rescue situation with an animal? All right, let me see. I don't know if I have any animals in here from that rescue. I'm gonna find you guys one and tell you what my scariest rescue was. And it was not one, I can tell you one I was a part of, but the scariest one that we had here, I'm gonna show you guys our Gila monster. I know with the glare, it's kind of hard to see him. There we go. But we have had to go to people's houses if they break the law and go and get arrested. We have to go and get their animals out. So one of the more scary ones was they went to a man's house, acquired all of his snakes, and he did have a venomous snake. At the time, it was a smaller viper. I don't remember the species. But when they got there to his house, one cage was open. And they didn't know if the snake had gotten out, if it was loose, and all of this stuff. So again, it was very scary for them to move around and making sure there wasn't any other animals in there. But came later to find out that he had a record kept that snake had passed. So made it less scary. But also here's our other big snake. We had an issue where someone had way too many reptiles in their house in Arizona, and they didn't have everything plugged in properly. So a house fire started, and it did burn down their house and took a lot of their animals with them. Very awful, very sad, very scary. Turned even scarier when their team and our team got there and asked the family, do you have anything illegal? Do you have anything venomous? Everything. And they kept lying. They didn't want to get in trouble, but they had a venomous and illegal lizard. And they got very lucky. It made a strike at 4 people, but did not get them. And they made sure it was a safe situation. But again, that's where it's scary, is because people will lie so they don't get in trouble because they know what they're doing is wrong. And this is another reticulated python from Asia. Her name's Taiwan, and she's 20 feet long. Here's my hand. Let me see if I can show you guys with my hand next to her. My hand is the size of her head. And she's about 20 feet long. And I also want to show you guys, oh, we have a mata turtle in here. And sorry if you guys can't hear me very well. We're a full service working sanctuary, so we got some volunteers working right now.
We can hear you perfectly, and we love the tour. I think Priyanshi has a question, and then
Perfect.
She'll ask you Vivikraj's question next.
Yes, okay.
The question is, how many animals are at the sanctuary?
We have over 1,800 individual animals that live here that we take care of every day. And we don't like to say no because we are the holding facility extra for a government agency. So when they're full, they send animals to us. And if we say we're full, that animal has nowhere else to go and can be put down or euthanized. So we kind of making sure if we don't have the space, we can move animals to other zoos or in captive situations. But we haven't hit that yet. So we want to make sure we're able to help these animals. Yes, and we have almost 2,000 of them here.
And how many volunteers or staff is there?
Yeah, so we have 6 staff members. I am so lucky enough to be one of the staff members. And we have about 60 active volunteers right now. So we couldn't get all of the work done without them, making sure they're checking on all the animals, making sure they're good. This is our Mata turtle. He really likes my phone. He's looking right at you guys. I think he thinks it might be food because I have sunflowers on my phone case and he might see the bright colors. Yeah, a lot of mouths to feed. So a lot of our funds go directly to heating and cooling with air conditioning or heat system for the animals because reptiles are cold-blooded, and definitely the food for them as well, the meat, especially with the cracks and snakes. I did see another question in the chat. It said, since you developed these reptiles at your home, which of these reptiles is the foremost scariest creature according to you? Really good question. Definitely the venomous snakes. So I'm gonna look around and hear a little bit more, and then I definitely wanna show you guys those venomous snakes. I have a whole different respect for them, but I don't quite work with them. They're just a little too squirrely and have very fast attitudes, so I don't wanna get put in those situations. But I've handled rattlesnakes, and again, we'll safely remove and relocate those guys, but they move a little slower than a cobra. And again, you guys have a lot of cobras over there that you might see in your own backyard. Any other specific questions about this, or you guys want to go see some of those venomous snakes?
Okay, fine. I think we have one last question.
Okay.
What advice would you give us as young leaders for our future?
Perfect. So the advice I would really give you guys, again, is kind of what I would say to my 14-year-old self, but making sure you guys try new things. Try a couple of different things. You might not even be too hopeful that you'll enjoy. You know, even especially with a job career, I was going to study to be a veterinarian in school and at college, but I worked in a vet hospital and realized that's not the exact thing I want to do. And yes, it's with animals, but I knew I needed something else for myself. So my advice is to you guys is to kind of try everything. Keep your mind in science and try different fields just to see which one really interests you, because it can help to combine your passion with your career, and you'll enjoy going to work every day. It's amazing. I know you guys are a little younger to start thinking about those careers, but the younger you start, the more time that you can help prepare yourself for those situations. These are the African clawed frogs. Again, another very big pet out here in America, and they have caused invasive species even in California because people had released them after a science experiment, which is crazy enough. But they were doing studies with these frogs to see, I believe it was gestation and reproduction. But that we have a bunch of these guys in the pet trade as well. Awesome. Show you our ball pythons. Again, these are some snakes that you guys might see in the wild. Oh, and then I'm also going to show you our soft-shelled turtles. They're my favorite. Oh, we have our yellow anacondas right here. Moving around. These guys are the big constrictors that hold on to their food. It's for you, Kelly. But this little cutie is what I really wanted. Oh, he's swimming fast. Swimming fast. Buddy, what are you doing? He is a soft-shelled turtle. These guys don't understand the concept of glass all the way. So he's just kind of doing laps, swimming around. Then we have this little guy right here. It's so cute. Yeah, they have a little snorkel-like nose, so they can sit at the bottom of ponds to put their whole body under the dirt. Let me see if the adult has done that for you guys, and then I'll show you my favorite. These soft-shelled turtles are definitely some of my favorites, but I have a different type of favorite reptile. You guys see his little face in the sand? Oh, there he goes. So this is Franklin, our adult soft-shelled turtle. This is their defense, is to hide under the sand and then no one can see them. And they have a very long neck to lift it all the way up out of the water to be able to take a breath and go back under the sand. So these turtles have lungs, but they're very good at holding their breath. That little pig-like nose, it's so cute. All right, I'm gonna go show you guys my favorite. So cute. Okay, we're gonna get walking. Oh, here are, oh, I don't know if anyone's close enough. I think they're hiding down in there, but these are the African slender snout crocodiles that we have here that were actually on display at a zoo. And then the workers there didn't want to handle them anymore. They were a little feisty. And then right here is one of our adult female American alligators. Her name's Fluffy. Doesn't she look so fluffy, guys? We have fun with the names here. Perfect. Please, yes, Fluffy, no. Please put me on your resource page. I would love that. And then everyone can ask me questions. So here are Charlie and Lucy. These are the first alligators I showed you guys when we were up top.
Uh-oh, you accidentally muted yourself. Come back.
Sorry, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Charlie and Lucy, tell us.
I can't zoom in on Zoom, I guess. But let me go show you guys a tegu lizard. Again, they're my favorite. I'm gonna mute you. We have a wheelbarrow going around. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's see if I can get you guys to see our kinkajou. Have any of you guys ever seen a kinkajou before? These guys are nicknamed the honey bears of the rainforest. And they live in Costa Rica. Let's see if they come out of their little house. Peace, Cusco. They are nocturnal mammals, so they might not even wake up for me right now. One of them's moving his head. Come here, buddy. We'll come back and see if they poke their heads out. But we do, again, have a couple of exotic mammals that people try to keep as pets, and they shouldn't be. But my favorite reptile are these guys right here. He is a red tegu lizard. These guys are from South America, and he's kind of just hanging out, sleeping right now. He just blinked. And he's going to shed his skin soon, so that's why he's not as bright red as he should be. You can see kind of up there. But the boys of these lizards have extra large cheeks and jowls. And in the lizard world here, the bigger your cheeks, the more lady lizards you will have as girlfriends. But they like to do cheek dances. They wiggle their cheeks for the ladies. I think it's so funny. And then we do also have our bearded dragons right over here. These guys are definitely another favorite. They're an Australian species. Hi, friend. This is Red. So she's an education bearded dragon that I'll take to schools. She's so cute. Looks like she has sunshine rays on her eyelids. Love it. Oh, getting wet on my phone. Sorry, guys. Hey. And I will show you guys some of the venomous snakes, and then I will have to go. Oh, sorry. Again, real quick, Bonnie. Come here, Bon Bon. This is my other favorite. Again, a tegu lizard. Come here, Bonnie. She is going blind in one eye, so she moves a little slower. Come here, Bon Bon. And so this is what the female version of a tegu lizard looks like. They're a lot smaller with the cheeks. She is a good girl. Yes, I do kind of call her like a dog. And with these guys, they don't know their names too much, more than they hear your voice and know that you're the one that brings them food. With Bonnie, she doesn't get aggressive. She can hope for food, but she comes right up to you hoping for treats. But she's very good with petting as well. She'll just fall asleep in your hands and in your lap. I love her. All righty, and we're gonna come show you. Whew, I'm hot out here. I'm gonna go inside the venomous snakes. This is our classroom. So right now we're teaching our summer camps in this room. And the kids are surrounded by animals all day, so they absolutely love it. This is our veiled chameleon. Her name's Princess Bean. These guys have full 360 vision. Their eyes go all the way around the backs of their head to the front. Look at those eyes. She's so funny. So these chameleons naturally live in Yemen, in the Middle East. They have a rainforest that they inhabit, almost a jungle there, and they need high humidity. And again, these guys are in the pet trade out here, but they're one of the only animals that have a shorter lifespan with humans in captivity than out in the wild. Usually it's the other way around because they have all their food and resources and medicine when they're sick, when they're pets. But these guys are so easily stressed. You can see she's ever so slowly moving away from us with those little hands. And we make sure we never hold her. Oh, you gonna move? She is so sweet and timid. When she gets angry, guys, chameleons can change their colors, and it's based on kind of their behavior, their feeling, their emotion. When Princess Bean gets really mad at us, she turns her whole body white with black polka dots and opens her mouth and hisses at us. It's crazy. This cute little green chameleon changing her colors crazy like that. Oh, and then we have some poisonous dart frogs in here. Little cutie patooties. I believe these species we have are from South America. Just ate a fly. And we don't touch these guys because with amphibians, our oils on our hands can clog the pores of their skin when you're picking them up. They do a lot of cutaneous respiration that can, skin breathing, that can really mess them if there's too much oil on their body. So these guys have to get sprayed with water 2 times a day. One of our lizards is sleeping down here. This is a California chuckwalla. So a desert lizard. You hear me talking? His eyes are closed. So these guys can be very common pets as well, but naturally will run around on the deserts in California. They're called the San Esteban chuckwalla. All right, again, show you guys some of our turtles. We have, these are African side neck turtles. Oh yeah, and that's a fun name, the chuckwallas, definitely. The turtles are gonna follow me. And they want food as well. They get fed every day, you guys, I promise. Then we do have our snapping turtles. These guys are in North America and have a very strong bite force and a very curved beak. So full grown, these guys can be about 150 to 200 pounds, and they can even live to be 200 years old. Again, most of them in the wild will range between 75 and maybe 100. And these are just babies, you guys. Again, here's my hand. Full grown, they can be 150 pounds. And they can bite through clean bone with their jaws. And look at that neck. Not good to have them as pets. They're so cute. I'm highlighting some snakes for our kids in Kenya. Do you have any non-African snakes you want to highlight? I can just go down the hallway too. Is that Elvis? Yeah. Would I be able, if I stand far enough back to watch the, I know, I see now. To watch you guys put them back in. Oh, Kelly, we have something special for the CSOs. So Joe, our venom curator, and Sam, our toxicologist. Okay, so Sam, our toxicologist, They're soaking, yep, our largest king cobra in this bin right now. His name's Elvis, and he's 13 feet long. They're the longest venomous snakes in the world, where they can get 17 feet long. But right now ours is about 13. Yeah, so you guys get to watch him leave his bath and go into here. I'm gonna sit on the table. Get you guys a good view, and you'll get to see kind of his behavior. This is probably the only cobra I would consider working with. There he is. And a man had this Asian cobra as a pet in New York City, in America, where there's lots of people. Yes. And I was told that he was very skinny and emaciated when they first got him at the sanctuary here. The man just basically wanted to be cool, have a cobra as a pet, and did not take care of him or feed him. So he was not healthy. He's not well. But now he's perfectly healthy, and again, 13 feet long. So long they have to use their hands on him a little bit, and he's going back in his home. When they get that closed, I'll show you guys what his home looks like. Sam and Joe here are the ones that have all the training with these elathid snakes, and they're making sure they respect the animal, and they work very slowly. And they're not trying to give them kisses. You can blow kisses at them. Oh, perfect. Super cool. Okay, so let me come show you guys. When they get the lock on, they say thank you. There he's his picture. Oh, there he is, all the way in the back. He looks so tiny. And again, his body goes all the way around. Look at those scales. You're very welcome, you guys. Again, something fun and new I don't get to see every day, so make it more of a learning experience for you guys. Did anyone want to ask any last questions? I'll show you guys our baby turtle tank. Again, here's my finger for size reference. These guys are tiny, itty bitty. We have a couple of Sonoran mud turtles in here, painted turtles, and red-eared slider turtles. Look at those bellies. Sorry, the glare is kind of bad sometimes.
So are they eligible to be pets or no?
With these guys, so in America, it's against the law to adopt a turtle that's smaller than 4 inches. So these guys were taken away from people that were trying to sell them, which is technically against the law. They have issues with turtles passing around salmonella, and then they can be a big work and responsibility as pets. So people buy the cute little turtles, realize you have to change their water all the time, give them lots of food, and release them, and it causes invasive species problems. So that's why you have to have them at least 4 inches or bigger. So in a couple years, these guys will be ready for adoption. Awesome. And again, this whole hallway are these snakes that people have had as pets. A Rinkhals cobra. These guys play dead, which is super interesting and cool. Again, I'm really interested to hear if you guys have seen some of these species. Our shield-nosed cobras. Oh, I didn't show you the black mamba. Our largest, oh, here she is. Our largest black mamba, we named her Cruella de Vil, and she's 11 feet long, that someone had as a pet in Phoenix, in Arizona. These animals don't belong here in America. Perfect. Oh, again, sorry, I see the big chat. Are there any other questions in the cat? Do you call it like a dog? Oh, I saw that one with the tabby lizard. Perfect. All right, I am gonna have to be getting back to my desk, so if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. But I had so much fun talking to you guys and really getting excited about my job.
Again, thank you for joining us today. You're an inspiration to many of us, and we hope that you can participate in another call someday as we continue to zoom in on science. Everyone, please unmute yourself to the mojo.
Thank you. Yes, please call anytime, ask any questions. I think I just saw one more pop up. What is the coolest defense mechanism or adaptation you have seen a reptile have? That's awesome. Honestly, since we're already in here, because there's quite a few, I'm going to turn it back around on our Indo-Chinese spitting cobras. So these guys will use their ribs to open up their hood. Oh, he's hiding in there. But these spitting cobras can spit their venom farther than any other snake. They can shoot venom 8 feet away from their bodies. And if it hits their prey in the face, their venom can seep into the bloodstream that way through the mucous through the membrane. And it would be like the cobra bit you in your face without even touching you. Pretty crazy adaptation. And again, doesn't make it a good pet. So very good question. Thank you for asking that. I'll have to think of a couple more, but I would love to talk to you guys about any more videos and answer any more questions, and you guys can have them emailed or sent over to me. But thank you so much for having me. It was great talking to you guys.
CSOs, we don't just hope it happens.
Make it happen.
Thank you. It was wonderful. We appreciate you.
Yes.